Hello everyone, it's Dr. Bruce again with tip number 9. It's a couple weeks into this program now, and hopefully you're getting some good foundation of thinking. And let's start moving forward now and start building our practice a little bit. So my first question to you is, what does practice management mean to you? Now you can't answer that question, I guess. I really wish you could, because it's interesting. People have kind of a negative connotation on practice management. I know people have come up to me and said, "Oh, you're those guys that teach you how to, overcharge people, or you teach this, teach that," and it's just not the way I look at it. But what's it mean to you? Because it's real important. And is practice management important? It absolutely is. Your practice is a business, and it needs to be managed like a business. It has to have standardized training. The CAs and the doctors need to be on the same page. So I think practice management is very important. And of course, does the future of chiropractic depend on it? Big question, eh? Well, I can say this. I know people out there that have had management in their lives. They've had coaches and consultants. And overall, people that are coached do better. And the reason why is they're taught a system. And systems are very important to follow. Because a lot of times people, you see, we feel as chiropractors that all we need is good hands. I was told by a guy that I don't need no management. All I need basically is to get people well. Well, that's great. Getting people well is an awesome idea, but do they know you're there? Do they know where you are? In fact, I've kind of looked at it, and when it looks at all the jobs and things we do in our practice on a daily basis, I kind of look at the adjustment is the reward. Like 95% of the work is getting them to the adjusting room. Adjusting them is easy. That's the fun part. That's where we get to have our express, our art. But quite honestly, with the lack of understanding of chiropractic, some doctors think that all you need to do is lots of marketing for new patients. Well, the reason why people need a lot of new patients is because they can't maintain the ones they have. If I have been under chiropractic care since I was consistently since I was 19 years old. And so the reason why I've been under care consistently since 19 years old is because I learned something that was very important to me, and I chose chiropractic as my health assurance, not insurance, health assurance program. I was first adjusted at 13 and didn't really have any information or follow-up, and was reintroduced at 19. This story's in my book. I think you should read it because it's very, very important what happened. So I really do think that the future of chiropractic depends on it, because it seems like most practitioners, as a knee-jerk reaction, are just trying to survive. They're trying to get patients so they can, keep their doors open, and they'll do anything. Example, in many states on the ballot is, should chiropractors use drugs? And the chiropractors are voting for it. Again, my question is, why would you do that if you understand chiropractic? So to have the life and practice you want, you have to know precisely what it looks like, and most importantly, why you want it. We've already discussed that, and now it comes to fruition. So for some, practice management means a 7-figure income. Some people think they have to make a lot of money, they have to have good management, which is true, but is that the goal, just a 7-figure income? 18-hour weeks, and that's a good one. We're going to work 3 days a week, 6 hours a day, and make $1 million a year. This is a crazy thing. When I ask people what they want, they usually tell me that. They want to work 3 days a week, and they also want $1 million practice. Where in this planet can someone work 18 hours a week and make $1 million? And I know people talk about it, but in the large scale of things, even the ones that might appear to be working 18 hours a week are doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Oh, a lot of people want their CA to do all the work. They want to just come in, adjust, and leave, and they have everything on the CA. Well, how does that happen? How can the CA do everything, if they've never been trained, given a system to follow? You can have that happen, but certainly it's going to take a planned and strategized system to do it. And of course, writing no stinking reports. We don't want to do that. Why should we have to write a report? We just want to adjust. But these are things that people seem to want in life. And so for my message today, it's precisely that management is a specific strategy to specifically introduce vitalism in place of mechanism to the medically educated public. That's what's missing. People in mass still think that chiropractic is a pain relief modality for backaches. And though it does work for that, it's certainly what was never intended. There's no history books, there's no Harvey Lillard, any of these people early on when chiropractic was being developed, people didn't go in for backaches. They went in for severe problems. Well, like Harvey Lillard, loss of hearing. Many incredible cases were talked about way back when chiropractic was first coming out. And if you do or do not know this, but the first chiropractic license was granted in Kansas after a doctor was in jail, and the doctor in jail was asked to plead guilty to practicing medicine without a license. And he would not do it. He would not. They said, you'll get out of jail, just plead guilty. And the guy says, I'm not practicing medicine. License or not, I'm not practicing anything like medicine. And he was able to testify as to the difference between vitalism in chiropractic and mechanism in medicine. And the judge agreed, this is not the practice of medicine, and he was set free. And as a result of that, a board was formed, and the first chiropractic license was granted in 1915. So we got it. That's a man standing for his truth, even staying in jail. So there's a well-educated chiropractic philosophy that impacts our practice, and the application of that philosophy is what we do in practice every day. So therefore, we must manage our business, our practice. We also must manage our patients, because our patients are the ones that when they understand it, they'll tell their friends and family, and they'll return and become your thriving practice. So, include procedures in your practice. Include the focus on having the people understand what chiropractic is and what it's not, and continue to thrive. I'll see you on the next issue.